Alright, next up, we have Blazing Blue by Torstwolf. Get everything up. Press that button. Okay, so he set the subtitles as English, is it? Actually translating it. Yeah. Okay, what I'll say is, rather than AI-vids, this feels like an anime opening. And up until this entire blue section, fantastic. The edit away feels off that place. Okay, now I saw the timing for the heart thing. I understand why it was where it was. But yeah, the actual changeover felt a little bit off. Yeah, song's fun, nice paced. I think a few changes in the cuts might have. I reviewed the video mostly. All I can tell you about music is whether it sounds good to me, whether the sound's been compressed, or if there's a weird cut in the music. That's about all I can do for you. I've got a good ear for catching those. But no, I'm about the editing of the actual video and whether the song matches the video. Because as I said, the it's labeled as an AI-vids, but it plays more like a anime OP or ED. More ED than OP, to be fair. But this one where it goes black for too long. Needs to put like a blazing heart symbol or something like that. You know, the blue flame for a second. Just have it pulse up and pulse away. Or this comes in, you know, just something, because it's dark for a little bit too long there. And then you got that cut there, too sharp, because it's mid phrase, and it goes from a stationary to a moving scene. But it needs something like a sweep or a dissolve. Got the bot. Now, there is a small animation glitch there, but it's so fast, not too much of an issue. And it's the kind of thing you'd get for a normal animation of the stretch and rubber band for animation speed effects. So it's not too much of an issue. See, now there, the motion is swinging to the right, sorry, swinging to the left, and she's moving that same direction. So that's a good cut. Slow singing, the slow music, the build up. That needed to be a little bit longer on that last scene before moving over. Boom. There. That's the point when it should have changed over to this. If it's being done as a music video. You do get that occasionally. What it is there are people who are good at certain things. I am not particularly good at music. I've got a good ear for music. I can't play music very well. I think I do good songs, but they're to my taste, and music is very subjective that way. But when it comes to visuals, there's a very common thread for most of mankind in terms of how they look at things. It's what you're interested in making. Visuals tend to be what get people views, though, because, take for example, we go over here. My most successful video. Do we have a society anymore? Truth Seekers. And it's visually fine. The song is good as well. It's a good combination of both. But it's not perfect. It just gives enough cameos and appeals that a lot of people wanted to see it, want to react to it. But I put more effort into that song than a dozen other songs I've seen out there that have done far better. And I'm not going to begrudge them that. They just appeal to a better audience. A bigger audience or a better audience, you know what I mean? And I did not know what I was doing with editing. But that distortion was for Tarloom. But yeah. Whereas a video I've done much more recently, with far more technical balance to it, has almost no views. Because it's got no cameos, and the art style is purposefully held back to match the style of the sword and sandals. People want the visuals, and that's why a lot of AI creators are focusing on that, because it's what gets them the views. It's what gets their music heard. Bare hands, bare feet, a hut made of reeds, and a hunger to eat. My mother sang low by the split wood door. She said, boy, keep your head, even when the wolves... Now, I admit, I could have done slightly better on some of the visuals here, but I got fed up with being told I can't do this kid character because he looks too frail by the AI. The AI just wouldn't do it. But yeah, so there's a lot of visual focus because we're a visual species. As much as people like to say like we love songs and that, the visual aspect is what catches our attention the most. Flashing lights, sparkling shapes, constant motion. But at the same time, you need to have fast and slow moments to let your brain catch up. And this video here, Blazing Blue, does a good mix of that. But the high combat, then the slow walk, then a drink, then boom, skateboard, the slow sitting on the thing, bad guys turn up, fight, and then high motion but low stakes dance. I think the pacing of this section is a little bit off. You know, like the cuts are happening at the wrong moments, but I think it's more like the scenes just were that long and you couldn't extend them enough. But that, I would have tried to get the running from the start, the screaming. You know, screaming this part, this held note. So that she's behind the bar when she starts singing properly again. That's what I'd do if I was trying to do it as the like, spot on animation to song. Overall, it's very good. Just a few like choice options with the actual pacing of the editing. Now the thing is, views aren't actually the key demo for YouTube. It's watch hours. How long people watch you for, as weird as that sounds. Because the more watch hours you have, the more value your ad space is. YouTube. That's how they count it. Anyway, go give Tourist Wolf some love. We'll move on to the next one.